Can your marriage last longer, or will it end in a divorce? Is a relationship with your boyfriend or girlfriend healthy or toxic? There is a simple way to identify this. Gottman finds out after researching about 100 to 200 couples that those couples who end up in a divorce possesses 4 traits which Gottman called the 4 horsemen of apocalypse. Hey guys, welcome to this new video. Today we are going to talk about a different topic, which are relationships, and I know that those things are really important in our life as well. So I'm going to tell you today about really interesting topics and really interesting experiments that have been done before in the topic of relationships, how marriages work and how to make your relationship with anyone better. So today we're going to dive deeper into understanding personal. Mainly there are 2 types of relationships. One is personal and professional. So I'm not going to talk more about professional relationship, because if you're in your workplace, if you are in your some other profession, then it all depends upon how well you can manage, well you can talk, how well you can communicate, right? So I have also made a video on the entire the only communication skill video that you need to watch. I have given the link in the description. You can watch that to understand how to improve your communication skill. So that would be the video. So we are going to dive deeper today on personal relationships more, because I have recently given a poll on my channel about which topic you want me to make a video, and you guys selected relationships. Recently one of my friend was also telling me about how to improve interpersonal relationship with it could be anyone, like it could be with your family, it could be with your friends, it could be with your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriend. So let's dive deeper. Comes the topic of personal relationships. Okay, the number 1 is how to maintain a healthy relationship with your family. It could be your relatives, it could be your own brothers, sisters, it could be your own parents as well. So the thing is that if you have a purpose in your life, if you have a meaningful purpose, then your family will gonna respect you. If you are just hanging around doing nothing with your life, then slowly and steadily you will lose respect. Slowly and steadily you will start feeling worthless. So I know there are many external factors that comes with this kind of mindset, like comparisons. There are a lot of comparisons in families, in relative circles. People compare you with someone else. So if you feel like those kind of thoughts are affecting you, those kind of thoughts are affecting your mental well-being, those kind of thoughts are not letting you do the work that you are doing right now, then you should avoid those kind of relatives or those kind of people. Even if it is your own brother, sister, mother, father, you should at some point start getting away from them a little bit. So I'm not telling you to detach them completely, although you can, but it's completely subjective. It depends upon people to people. So my recommendation would be, if a relative or your own siblings don't respect you, or always make a mockery out of you in front of your other relatives, then I think you should avoid those kind of people. Another counterintuitive statement would be, maybe they are right. Maybe they are right. How to know they are right? They are talking the truth about you. If you are doing nothing with your life, and if people are telling things about you, your family members, then maybe they are right. You should have a purpose in your life. You should have a purpose. A purpose-driven man, woman is always appreciated by everyone. And that doesn't mean that everyone should love you, everyone should like you. You shouldn't be acting like a people pleaser. But at least, even if out of 100 people, if 90 or 80 people are liking you, that means you have some charisma within you. But if everyone is hating you, that means you have some problems with yourself, and you have to improve that. You have to identify that. So this segment comes down to the family relationship. So coming to the next part, which is your relationship with your friends, and the last one would be the relationship with your spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, etc. That is the most interesting part, and we are going to dive deeper onto that. So stick to this video till the end, because if you leave in the middle, then there is no point even watching. So you can quit right now. Don't watch this video if you don't want to watch till the end. Relationship with your friends. Your friends plays a really important role in your life, because when I was in my college days, one of my friend gifted me my first self-improvement books, which was How Successful People Think by John C. Maxwell, and that completely changed my perspective. Trust me guys, it won't even be possible for me to have such kind of characteristic that I possess right now. So I was really insecure kid. I didn't know how to talk to people and all. So somewhere or the other, friends influence you a lot, and there is a system called mirror neuron system inside your body, and the type of people you hang around with, you become like them, and that's completely natural. So if you hang around with people who are more successful than you, maybe you could replicate something from them. So how to choose the right friend? So look out for people who can teach you something, and you can also teach them something. So you exchange ideas, you exchange knowledge. Stay away from people who gossip all the time, who say bad thing about other people, who always criticize the world, who always mock other people. So stay away from people, and also stay away from people who are like always bringing up someone else's story whenever you try to say good thing that happened to you. Whenever you try to say good thing that happened to you, to one of your friend, not particularly friend, but let's say your friend, then if he or she always brings up someone else's story that, oh my god, that thing also happened to someone that I know, then avoid those kind of people. They will not be helpful for you. So I hope you understand my point. So coming to the most interesting part, which is how to improve relationship with your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. Can your marriage last longer, or will it end in a divorce? Is a relationship with your boyfriend or girlfriend healthy or toxic? There is a simple way to identify this, and the entire credit goes to Dr. John Gottman, who did a research in 1978. If I'm correct, it was 1978, I think. It was called the Gottman Love Lab. So what is Gottman's Love Lab? So basically, John Gottman was pretty much interested in learning about how human relationship work, and what leads to divorce, what leads to heartbreaks and all. So he started researching about these kind of topics with his fellow researcher. He created a love lab where he used to experiment, he used to examine couples. He used to bring a lot of couples into that love lab and tell them to act normally, like they used to do in their home, and they used to take notes, research, and do a lot of statistical calculations. So Gottman finds out, after researching about 100 to 200 couples, that those couples who end up in a divorce possesses 4 traits, which Gottman called the 4 horsemen of apocalypse. So what are the 4 things? I'll let you know in a minute, but first understand that I have taken my special note here. So first understand that for men, always accept the influence of a woman in your life, and for women, if you say this to your spouse or boyfriend that this is not all your fault, then men actually feel good about hearing this. So the magic formula of building a really strong relationship, a long lasting, die hard kind of relationship with your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, comes down to 3 pillars, which is commitment, trust, and calmness. So emotional balance, be gentle with one another, and physiological calmness. So what is calmness? Calmness simply means that you should be listening to your spouse whenever they are talking, and listen with empathy. Listen with empathy. Never be like you are not doing this right, criticizing and something like that, which most people do actually. The second thing is building trust. Comes down to intimacy and having great sex. Gottman found out that trust is built by intimacy and having good sex, and distrust come from loneliness. You know what? Majority of divorces happen not because of that one of them got sexually attracted to someone else. Majority of divorces happen because of loneliness. This is a really shocking fact. Trust me, this is a really shocking fact. Another way of elevating the spark of your relationship is to have mutual trust, in which both parties maximize benefits. So coming down to the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, or in other words you can say the 4 traits that guarantees that you will have a divorce with your spouse. The number 1 is defensiveness. Defensiveness, in other words, you always say to your partner that it's not my fault, it's always your fault. I'm innocent. You're like that. You're not accountable. You're defensive. So that's the number 1 trait. That was the number 1 trait that Gottman found out on those couple who ended up divorcing them. So number 2 is criticism. Always criticizing your partner that this is your fault, you are doing this wrong, everything is your fault. So if you are like that, then there is a chance that your relationship will end up in a divorce, according to John Gottman. So next thing is mockery. So are you always mocking your spouse? If yes, then maybe that's is also a trait that your marriage is not going to last long, according to the research. So next is stonewalling. So if you don't talk to your spouse for countless days, that is also a characteristic that your relationship is not strong enough, and it might end up in a divorce in the future. So the 4 traits of divorce is defensiveness, criticism, mockery, and stonewalling, according to the research. So I'm telling you everything according to research done by John Gottman. So he has also a TED talk that I will give the link of the TED talk in the description. You can watch that out to understand better. Coming to the people who are single, so dating advice. So always, if you are into going to date someone, so always, if you're a boy, so first of all you should have money in your pocket, right? And it's a really cliched fact, but trust me, I have dated a lot of girls, but you got to have money in your pocket. And dating is like, dating is hard. Dating is hard for boys specifically, because girls are eventually the one who choose, because they are like the nature. They have the most amount of risk. They take the most amount of risk. So if you are dating someone, so then always try to identify that where your conversation is going. Is it going in a positive way, or it is ending up in a criticism or defensiveness kind of a talk? For boys, choose a woman who is complementary or opposite of you. So I'm taking this note from a book called The Way of the Superior Man by Deida, and I thoroughly recommend this to all the boys and even girls out there, because you will understand how relationship works. And as a man, you should choose a woman who is complementary opposite of you. So what is complementary opposite? So let me read it out to you. If a man is very masculine by nature, then he will be attracted to a very feminine woman who will complement his energy. The more neutral or balanced he is, the more balanced he will prefer his woman. And if a man is more feminine by nature, his energy will be complemented by the strong direction and purposiveness of a more masculine woman. Right? So you can see that by understanding this little principle, you can choose a better partner for you. Ultimately, these kind of topics are really important to understand, and without having a sense of taboo, we should understand that what makes a good relationship. It should have trust. Again, remember the 3 pillars: commitment, trust, and calmness, physiological calmness. So if you have these three kind of things, then a relationship, a personal relationship, interpersonal relationship is going to last. Of course it's going to last, and you're gonna have a wonderful time together. So remember, every time that whenever you're talking to someone, talk as if the other person is like a friend. Talk with other person with a sense of empathy. Treat your partner with kindness, respect, and care. So, and if it's not working, then I think you should quit right there, because there are a lot of opportunities in the 21st century. There are a lot of people new people you can meet, and if a relationship is not working, I think that it's better to quit. What are your opinions? Should a person give divorce immediately, or should a person quit if it's not working after countless effort? I really like to hear your thought, and this is a kind of sensible topic, and maybe, but this kind of topic should be heard, should be brought up in YouTube, and people should understand, because ultimately we all come up with this kind of situations. So guys, I hope this video has been helpful for you. I hope I'm able to share my thoughts, what I have learned about relationships with you properly, and if not, then please drop your suggestion where I have done wrong. So stay healthy, stay happy. I'll see you on the next video.